Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Fletcher, and I am the college recruiter for CVCC. I hope that everybody is doing well, and thank you for tuning in to this information session. We only have about 30 minutes, so we're going to get right to it. And it is our hope that these sessions will be instrumental in helping to guide and provide you with information that you need as you consider CVCC. Basically, these sessions are set up to do two things: to get information to you, but also to give us an opportunity to hear from you. We want to know how you're thinking about taking your next steps and how CVCC can assist you in being successful in those next steps. So here's what I would tell you to do: mark your calendar, because on Tuesdays, from tonight going forward, we will be hosting these sessions. And again, we will be talking about programs and resources, financial aid, just a lot of options and opportunities that are available for you at CVCC. And yes, we do need you to know about it. So with that said, we're going to jump right into tonight. Tonight, our guest is Karen Alexander. She is our registrar. And so she's going to be talking with you about the application and just the admission process. And then Ryan McNamara is our director of financial aid. And he is going to help us know where the money is and how to go about financing your education, and hopefully debt free. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to give it over to Karen, and Karen is going to take it away. And it's on you, Karen. Go for it.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining this session. We're glad that you have expressed interest in CVCC, and we are here to help you get started as quickly and efficiently as possible. So the first step, if you've not already done so, is to simply apply to the college. Our application is fully online. It only takes about 7 to 10 minutes to complete, and you can access that by going to our website, centralvirginia.edu, and click on the apply link in the upper left-hand corner. When you do that, it will just walk you through a self-explanatory process, be able to complete the information on your application. All we ask that you do is just fill everything out accurately and completely. The application does not require your social security number up front, but just to let you know, if you're planning to apply for financial aid, which will be the second half of our session tonight, you will want to go ahead and put your social security number in so it can match your account when you do your FAFSA application. Another important thing I'd like to point out on the application is the domicile piece. Domicile just simply means your location of your residency. If you are under the age of 24, that domicile, that residency is assumed to be with your parent. So you would fill out the information as it asks and just let us know if your parent has been a Virginia resident for the past year and so forth. It will ask all the questions. Or if you qualify for a category of independence on your own, if you are under age 24, but want to qualify as an independent student, you would enter that information and then base the information on yourself. But everything on the application is self-explanatory. It will just ask as you need it, one question at a time, just walk through the application. Once you submit, you are an admitted CVCC student. Congratulations. So a couple things will pop up. You will instantly receive your student ID number. Just take note of this because this is the number you'll use to identify yourself throughout your time at CVCC. You will also have a option to submit your transcripts if you would like, any high school or college transcripts. Your high school transcript is not required, but it does help us to place you into the proper level math and English classes. If you have taken classes at any other college, we can evaluate your transcript for possible transfer credit for any courses that are equivalent that you've received a C or above in. Also, if you have any test scores, AP, CLEP, those type test scores, send us an official score report, and we can also evaluate those to see if you can receive credit for the work that you have already done. So those are just a few things that you will want to submit as soon as you do your application. Another piece that you'll want to look for is a temporary password. As soon as you submit that application, you'll see a password appearing. This password allows you to set up your account in My CVCC. This is your student access portal. It's accessed on the application, or sorry, on the website, same place you click to apply. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see a My CVCC link. Once you get your temporary password from the submitted application, just go ahead and set that up. That password will be good for 24 hours. So you want to make sure you do that quickly. If you're not able to get to it within that first 24 hours, that is fine. you can request a password reset. But we want to get you in as efficiently as possible so we can begin working with you and help you through your journey to get started at CVCC. Now, you'll see a new student checklist that appears. You'll receive a welcome letter. You will also get, as soon as you get into that MyCVCC account, you'll receive a enrollment survey. When you fill this out, this will help our counselors and navigators just know more about you and, again, help to place you in the proper level math and English classes. From that point, you will have a navigator or counselor to reach out to you to begin setting up the process of talking through your major, what you would like to do, enrolling for your classes. We are currently registering for our spring 2024 semester, so we encourage you to get in now early. Go ahead and choose your classes, and we will be glad to help you anywhere along the way. Now, when you look and review your application materials, if you see any holds that pop up, or if you perhaps get coded for out-of-state tuition when you have been a Virginia resident, it's not a problem. I'm located in the Admissions and Records office in Amherst Hall, and you can just contact our office. You'll receive notification to contact another individual in our office, Michael Duncan, if you have an appeal, if you think you should be in state and we're coded out of state. But any questions you have from that application, we are here to help you. So please keep that in mind. Feel free to reach out to our office at any time as you start the journey. And then you also will be doing your FAFSA application. That is for financial aid. And Ryan McNamara has joined us tonight. He will be talking about the financial aid piece. But I just want to take a quick moment to pause before we get into financial aid and just ask if there are any questions about the admissions application. Okay. Well, seeing none at the moment, I will pass the program on over to Ryan. But if you have any questions at any point, feel free to unmute or just drop your questions in the chat. We'll be glad to assist you. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Hey, everybody. Financial aid at CVCC is very simple. So there is really one thing that you need to do. So we are going to pull up a PowerPoint presentation, and we're going to briefly go through that. Gotta get my, all right, here we go. So CVCC obviously costs money. We are a college, so we charge tuition. The CVCC rates for this current academic year is on the screen, $166.61 per credit hour. So if you take only a 1 credit class, you're charged $166. If you want to be full-time, which is at least 12 credits a semester, it's going to be about $2,000 a semester, $4,000 for the year. So just to give you kind of an idea of the tuition and fees that are charged at CVCC, that's what we're looking at. But there is financial aid there to help you. So as Karen had mentioned, your first step is to apply for admission to the college. That does not cost anything. It's free and it's automatic guaranteed admission. Second thing you're going to want to do is apply for financial aid. So you're going to submit your FAFSA. You should probably be familiar with the FAFSA, or at least heard of the FAFSA, maybe in high school. Your high school counselors can help you, or we in the financial aid office at Central Virginia Community College, we can help you as well. So you can reach out to us if you need us to help walk you through it over the phone, or preferably come into our office. We can sit you at a computer and we can help you with the FAFSA. So what is financial aid? Financial aid is grants. That's free money, does not have to be paid back as long as you do well academically and pass your classes. So there's federal and state grants available. We have a CVCC foundation. So you do not have to apply for the foundation scholarships. We know if you're eligible for them, again, based on your FAFSA. So it all hinges on your FAFSA. Work study is when you can work on campus. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then student loans, if you need extra money for maybe living expenses, things like that, transportation, you can do a student loan through us as well. So for this upcoming fall 2024 academic year, you're going to want to submit the 24-25 FAFSA. So if you're starting next fall in August, the 24-25 FAFSA is what you're going to use. You need to create a username and password, both for you and a parent. So keep that in mind. If you're under the age of 24, the parent information will be required on the FAFSA. If you're over the age of 24, or you're married, or you support a child or children, you do not have to have parent information on your FAFSA. It would be just your information, or you and your spouse. Sometimes additional documentation is needed. So when you submit your FAFSA, we in the financial aid office may need additional documentation from you before your application for financial aid is finalized. So make sure that you follow up with our office to see if there's any additional documentation that is needed before we can determine what grants you're eligible for. Here are some of the aid that you may be eligible for. Now, keep in mind, when we talked about the cost of attending the college, a full-time student, fall and spring, both semesters, is going to cost about $4,000. If you're eligible for the full Pell Grant amount, that's the federal Pell Grant. It's a need-based grant based on, again, your FAFSA. It's looking at household income information. So if you're lower to middle income range, you may be eligible for the full $7,300 in the Pell Grant. Obviously, $7,300 is greater than the $4,000 that the tuition is. So right then and there, you may be eligible for your tuition to be covered by your grant money. There's also a state grant. Again, I mentioned the CVCC Foundation Scholarship. There's a tobacco scholarship that we offer. If you live in Appomattox, Bedford, or Campbell County, and you enroll in a STEM-related program, science, technology, engineering, and math, that includes healthcare, nursing, that type thing, there's a tobacco scholarship that will cover up to your tuition and fees. That is not related to your income, but you still have to submit the FAFSA in order to be eligible for that. And then if you're a Lynchburg City School student, there's the Beacon of Hope Scholarship, Stay Close, Go Far. As long as you've been in LCS schools, Heritage, or Glass all 4 years, and you complete the Beacon of Hope application, then your tuition is covered. So make sure you take advantage of that if you're an LCS student. There's also a G3 program. The requirements are there on the screen. You have to be a Virginia resident enrolled at least half time. That grant will cover your tuition and fees plus extra for books. Here's a list of those G3 programs that we offer that are available to you. There is an income requirement for that. Information is on our website. So if you have questions, you can reach out to us or just search G3 in the search bar on our centralvirginia.edu webpage. We had mentioned earlier work study program. That's students that work on campus. So if you have class on campus and then want to just go straight to work, maybe in the financial aid office or admissions office or TRIO department, there's different departments on campus. You want to work in the fitness center, you get paid to work. It's a regular job. You get paid $12 an hour. Work 11 to 15 hours a week. It's just a regular job. You get paid every 2 weeks. So that's a good way for students to be able to make some extra money. And they don't have to travel to your work because you're already at work from attending classes. We offer a tuition payment plan. So if you do not qualify for enough grants and you still have a balance left over, you can sign up for the payment plan. So instead of paying for the full lump sum for the semester all at once, you can spread it out over a number of semesters. I'm sorry, over a number of months using the payment plan option. Some financial aid questions that we receive. Can I use my financial aid to purchase books or a laptop from the bookstore? The answer is yes. So I mentioned earlier, if your grant money is greater than your tuition, that extra money is yours. You can use it in the bookstore to purchase your books, supplies, a laptop, anything that you need educationally related. And then whatever you do not use in the bookstore, you will receive a refund from accounting at some point in the middle of the semester. And one thing to keep in mind, the FAFSA, the 24-25 FAFSA is looking at 2022 income information. So if your income or your family's income has significantly decreased since 2022, reach out to our financial aid office. We can potentially make adjustments to your FAFSA to make sure that it's more accurately reflecting current household income, not that of 2022. And here's our contact information. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us and we will get back with you or stop by our office and we can help you. And that is it. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to Michelle.
All righty. Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Ryan, for that very important information. And I just want to camp out on a couple things real quick before we kind of close up the session. And I also want to give you an opportunity, anyone an opportunity to ask questions if you should have any questions. But I hope that you've heard that you just have a whole team of people here that will work in your behalf to help you take those next steps. Remember, I said a little earlier that if you're looking to take those next steps, we want to be about helping you be able to do that. Karen mentioned a little earlier about once you complete the application, you will have a navigator and a counselor that will come aboard to assist you as you move forward. And again, it goes back to that whole team of people that are will be present and ready to help you in those next steps. So part of what I like to do is try to take some of the scary out of it, right? Because it is a big step. Whether you graduated already, or you'll be graduating maybe spring of 2024. Maybe you're in an alternative school, or you are pursuing your GED. Listen, we are here to help you, and we want you to know that we can help you get on that path toward that career that you desire. And so, again, I want to emphasize that, again, that there's a team here waiting to help you. Let me pause. I'll pull back a little bit and see if there are any questions, because we definitely want to make sure that we hear from you and answer any questions that you might have. Anyone have any questions that you would like to ask? You can feel free to drop them in the chat if you don't want to speak. Okay. Well, again, appreciate the information that has come forth from Karen and Ryan. I would like to do just a gentle reminder that on Tuesdays, we will be hosting these sessions from 6 to 6:30. I would ask you to go to our website, probably not this week, probably next week. We should have posted the Tuesdays that we will be hosting these sessions so that you will have that information and will join us in a future session as well. But I can tell you that November the 28th, which is a Tuesday, we will be hosting our transfer counselor and our dual enrollment coordinator will be the guests for that session. So I would encourage you to join us at that time. Karen or Ryan, India, do you have anything you want to say before we dismiss?
The one thing that I would just encourage you, if you are considering Central Virginia Community College, stop by our campus, take a look, walk around. Michelle can coordinate a tour for you. You can check out all the different programs that we offer, a lot of hands-on things, as well as the transfer programs that we offer.
Thank you, Ryan.
And based on what Brian said too, I just want to remind everyone that we are a part of the Transfer Virginia program. So the courses you take at CVCC, we have arrangements with in-state colleges that those courses are guaranteed to transfer. If you complete an associate degree with us, your courses will transfer over into your institution of choice in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So be sure to speak with your counselor about that program. You can go to the Transfer Virginia website to see how your credits will transfer. And we have articulation agreements with other four-year colleges as well that helps to smooth that transition from one college to the next. So you can start your educational journey at CVCC and go on to receive your four-year degree at another college. So I just want to encourage you to look into that as well, and know that your time spent at CVCC will be well invested in your education and your future career. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you. And have a good evening. Hope to see you again in a future session. Good night.